Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you guys how to make the most juicy, moist and delicious roasted turkey. To get started, I already went ahead and washed my turkey really well in some vinegar and lemon juice. I clean it up nicely, take all that gunk from inside of the turkey and stuff, and I did throw away the stuff that came in it because I don't want to use it. But if you want to use it, you can keep that and go right ahead. Now, I also will be using here some herbs. I have rosemary, thyme, green onions, and I have some lemons, yellow onions, garlic, brown sugar, and salt. So basically what we'll be doing here is brining the turkey first. We will add salt, sugar, we'll add the herbs, garlic, onions, and the lemons. We'll mix until everything is well combined. Then we'll add the turkey inside here and we will let this sit in the fridge for 24 hours. This will cause your turkey to be super moist and juicy, and it will have the taste right down to the bone. Now I'm using this pot because this is the size that can fit in my fridge. I don't have a big freezer or anything, so I'm using a pot that fits. And you will notice that the turkey is not fully submerged in the liquid. It only goes halfway. So what I'll do is halfway through the night, I usually wake up to give my son a feed, and when I wake up, I will flip this over and let it continue brining on the other side. And tomorrow I'll show you guys how we will season and roast the turkey. So fast forward to the next day, I took the turkey out of the fridge and I let it drain a little so that most of that liquid can be removed. What we'll do next is go ahead and pat the turkey dry. You want the turkey super dry for this next step. So we'll go ahead and do that. Then I'll show you guys what's next. Now for the marinating process. Here I have some butter and I will be using my own fresh green seasoning. Now a lot of people don't know what green seasoning is, so I'll be leaving a link to that down in my description box. But if you don't have green seasoning, all you have to do is use dried herbs. All of my herbs are blended in here, so I will be using this. And for the seasonings and spices, I have here some garlic powder, onion powder, I have a little bit of jerk seasoning, I have paprika, sazon seasoning, seasoned salt, I have cumin, ginger powder, brown sugar, chicken bouillon, complete seasoning. I have some sage. That is very important to use sage in your turkey. And I have some black pepper. Next, we'll make a seasoned butter by combining all of our seasonings really well. Then we'll add it to the butter. We'll mix well until the butter forms like a paste, and that will be used to marinate our turkey. Now we'll start applying our seasoned butter to the turkey, starting with the insides of the turkey. You want to get this butter all up in there. And the important thing is getting the butter inside of the turkey, like up underneath the skin, in the breast and stuff like that, because really and truly, the skin doesn't hold the seasonings and it wouldn't get that seasoning deep down into the flesh. You have to put it underneath, like inside of the skin. So we will place the butter in there. And it's very important to have your turkey super dry when you're doing this, because what will happen is the butter will be hard to apply and it will be sliding everywhere. And as you can see, I had a rough time doing this because I thought I had gotten most of the liquid off the turkey and pat it dry, but more liquid was still seeping out from in there, and the turkey was not dry enough. So the butter was just sliding all over, and it was very hard to get this butter onto the turkey. But don't worry, I will show you guys how I will manage to get, you know, all of the seasonings on this turkey after we place it in the oven. So once we're all done, we will let this rest for about 4 hours before we start roasting. You don't want to rush this process. So let this rest, then we'll continue. So to add another depth of flavor to the turkey, we'll stuff it with some onions, some celery sticks. We'll add some oranges. We'll add some herbs, garlic, some peppers. And once we're done stuffing our turkey, we will tie the legs up because you don't want the turkey sprawled open, you know, just looking weird. So we will tie the legs up. And what you want to do, which I already did, was tuck the wings underneath the neck, like underneath the back part. You want to tuck the wings in because you don't want them to burn. So once we're done tying the legs, tucking the wings, what we'll do next is add some chicken broth at the bottom of our pan. You know, that will help to keep the turkey super moist, and we will also be using that for our turkey, turkey gravy. Now I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably saying, this doesn't look appealing, it doesn't look good or anything, but trust the process. When this is done, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now we will cover this with some foil wrap, and we'll place it in a 350-degree oven for about 1 hour. Then I'll show you guys the next step. After 1 hour, you'll notice that the butter has melted and the seasonings are left sitting on top of the turkey. So what I'm doing here is just brushing the seasonings evenly over the turkey, and this is how you'll get the turkey to be well seasoned and it will be evenly distributed. We'll place this back into the oven for another hour. After 2 hours of baking, we will now baste the turkey with the juices that has released from the turkey. It will be super moist and delicious. We will place this back into the oven for 1 hour and 15 minutes uncovered so it could brown up a bit. And after 3 hours and 15 minutes, the turkey is finally done. Now we will let this rest while we make our turkey gravy. So here in the pan, I have all of the juices that the turkey released. And I also have, you know, when I added my chicken broth, all of that goodness is in here. And here I have all the stuffing that was inside of the turkey, the onions, the garlic, the peppers, the celery sticks. I will blend this into a puree. Then we'll add the puree to this goodness here. All of these flavors combined, it's like unreal. When you try this recipe, let me tell you, the entire family will be talking about this years and years to come. What we'll do next is strain this into a mug. You want a nice smooth gravy, so we will strain this off, and once it's strained into the mug, let it settle, and you will see a lot of oil will settle to the top. You will scoop that off, then I'll show you guys the next step. In a medium-sized saucepan, we will now add some butter and allow the butter to melt. Once the butter melts, we'll go in with some flour. The flour will thicken up our gravy and it will be absolutely delicious. Now that gravy was packed with flavor and taste, so I didn't have to add anything else. All it needed was to thicken up. Once we add the gravy, you want to mix really well to get all the clumps and lumps out of there. Now I did switch over to a whisk because that will make it easier to achieve that nice smooth gravy. But if by chance you didn't get your stuff smooth, like the flour was still clumpy, what you can do is once it thickens up to your liking, you can strain it again into your gravy bowl or whatever you're serving it in. And I don't like my gravy too thick because once this cools down, it will thicken up even more. So you want to go, light on the flour and not add too much to make it extremely thick. Once this is done, we'll set aside and I will show you guys the finished product. Okay guys, so this is the finished product of my delicious roasted turkey with the gravy on the side. It was so packed with flavor, absolutely amazing. My entire family enjoyed it. I did serve it up with some chow mein, some potato salad, and collard greens. It was so delicious, juicy, flavorful, and tender. The brining of the turkey is, you have to brine your turkey, guys. Like, you can cook it without brining it, but there's a huge difference. Once you brine your turkey, you can see how that breast is so soft and tender. I can just cut it there with my fork. Absolutely amazing. And I do hope you guys give the recipe a try. It is great for the holidays. If you enjoy my video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will be leaving all the ingredients and measurements down in my description box, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good day and enjoy!